Today we are looking at the fast-paced action-adventure hack-and-slash RPG Cardbob. This game puts you in the shoes of a high-tech cardboard robot with access to a mysterious dungeon system in their basement where you can collect items to later on negotiate with and sell to traders. Go on dungeon runs to collect rare items, meet security robots that try to stop you, various bosses, and unique types of rooms. Grow stronger and become the top trader in the town of neon lights and cardboard robots. Now, let's learn more from the developer of this upcoming indie title.
So the game we're making is called Cardbob. It's on Steam, it's wishlistable, and the game is a 3D action roguelike which combines, the usual thing. You go into a dungeon, you fight enemies, you fight bosses, you upgrade, you become the strongest version of yourself. But it combines it with the fact that you can collect items which you send back home, and that when you return home to your save zone, that's when you have to take those items and you have to negotiate the best price. You have to haggle those items away. So it combines these two things. On the one hand, you go into the action-packed dungeon where you hunt for items, and then you have to sell them. And only by selling them do you get the permanent currency for permanent upgrades. And that's Cardbob, and additionally it's in the visual universe of cardboard and sci-fi. I must say it's mainly going to be the haggling, the negotiating for the best price, because there's a surprising amount of maths involved when you want to make an NPC seem to be a believable trader trying to ask for the best price for them, right, and trying to bring it down or higher up. There were many formulas for me to say that I'm really proud of that one. Biggest challenge we faced, and now let me know if you want a different one afterwards, because this one is super technical. This one is also very specific to Godot. Because our game is medium sized, it's not exactly just small, but there's a lot of things going on. We've got a lot of materials. So a challenge that we faced was creating a shader cache for the game as the game is loading, in order for the game to eliminate any stutters. And that was a tough one. That took a while. The amount of stuttering was high. It was every single time you saw a new room, a new enemy, a new projectile for the first time, there was a stutter, right? And that was it was very nice, so to speak, right? And then even as we started building a shader cache, because this is GODOT 3.5, right? GODOT 4.0 works a little differently. Because GODOT 4.0 uses Vulkan, we're still on 3.5, we use OpenGLES 3. And it needs to rebuild those shaders. So every new room, every new item, every new skill projectile just had to be recompiled as a shader. The biggest thing that Cardbob is getting a brand new version of at the moment in terms of systems is going to be the permanent upgrade system, which is roguelite as a genre. To me is a thing that is run based and where you have permanent and temporary upgrades. Temporary are the ones that you activate as you go on a dungeon run, but when you die you lose all of them. But then the permanent ones are that you keep on collecting something that's permanent, that gives you the ability to buy permanent upgrades. And the permanent upgrade system within Cardbob is getting a brand new phase. There's going to be a lot more permanent upgrades that are potentially heavily going to modify your in-dungeon experience. Well, I start as a 3D modeler and a graphic artist sort of a thing, graphic designer, and one thing led to another, and then I wanted to make the things I draw move, right? And as a game developer, that's all. I think that's what naturally happens these days. When you just want to make something move, when you want it to do something, you turn into a game developer, and that's what happened for me. And then I started originally with Torque 3D, then I tried NeoAxis as game engines. I did a little bit of Unity 3D, then I gave it a pause, and then I found Godot eventually. And Godot was the thing that allowed me, well, not exactly allowed me, but I don't know, empowered me enough to dig deeper into game development. At the moment, mainly, it's probably going to be Steam. We are in the last month and a half of development, of active development that we've planned. And then, yeah, we do share the most important things on Twitter as well. So on Twitter, if you search for Cardbob, you'll find our studio called Mad Cookie Studio. That's probably the main one. Also Discord. So we have a Discord server where we also share news regarding the development of the game.
Huge thank you to Christoph from Mad Cookie Studios for sitting down with me to talk about their game Cardbob. If you enjoy our inside looks at up-and-coming indie games, please subscribe to this channel. It will really help us on our journey to our first milestone of 500 subscribers and will help indie developers get more eyes on their amazing project. Thanks for watching.